Hi, I'm Lou, and many times you've seen me on YouTube with My Car Story with Lou. So if by chance this is the very first video you're seeing of me, hope you'll come to the channel and check it out if you really love cars. And with that topic today, I've realized something. I was going to a car show, and the car show was canceled, and I realized that, confessing to you, that I have the car owner's virus. Yes, the car owner's virus. And how did it start? How did it happen? Well, it started with this little baby right here. Yep, I was young, didn't know any better. They came down the bat poles, they pulled into the bat cave, and yes, here it was. Atomic batteries to power, turbines to speed. Boom, just like that. The car owner's virus. So, how do you know if you, too, like me, are infected with the car owner's virus? Well, you can do some tests. Number one, the first test, you ask the person, would they like a round of golf or go to a car show? If the answer is a round of golf, they do not have the car owner's virus. If you ask them, and assuming that they're single, would you like to go out with Miss America or take a ride in my 1969 Hemi Charger? And if they choose the Hemi Charger, the correct choice, they probably have the car owner's virus. So, what do? So let's ask a few questions, some important questions. Can any car give you the car owner's virus? Well, there's ways to check that. Number one, if you're married and your wife says to you, hey honey, this is a very safe car, I think it's a fine bet, there's no chance that car will give you the car owner's virus. If the salesman brags that this car has great gas mileage, that car will not give you the car owner's virus. So let's talk about cars that could give you the car owner's virus. If you, before you start it, have to check the weather and see what the weather's going to look like that day before you take it out, that car could create and cause the car owner's virus. If there's absolutely no purpose to that two-seater, gas-guzzling, extremely noisy vehicle, that car could cause you the car owner's virus. When you go to the dealership and the salesman, after you've already negotiated the financing and that's complete, before handing you the keys, asks you questions such as, do you agree to take good care and clean this car? And you say, I do. Do you agree to follow all the maintenance to the dealer specifications? And you say, I do. If he asks you, will you promise to park it in a spot that's farthest away from any other event and any car possibly dinging the doors? And you say, I do. And just before it looks like you're going to potentially confirm the deal, he says to you, and will you make sure that you can see the car from that event, no matter where you're at in the stadium or in a restaurant, while looking out in that parking lot to see your car? And you answer, I do. And he presents you and says, you may take the keys and start the vehicle. I now pronounce you man in car. That's probably got you in the car owner's virus. Are there other ways to find out if you have the car owner's virus? When you go to the post office to get some stamps, and you ask the postal person, can I have the Hot Wheels stamps? That's a sign you could have the car owner's virus. When you know how to buy a car but you just don't know how to sell a car, you might have the car owner's virus. When the only time, if you're married like I am, your wife sees you cry is because you finally do sell a car for the price you told her you paid for it, well, you might have the car owner's virus. So, is there ways to protect ourselves? Well, absolutely. Just like anything that could be an addiction, if you're a gambler, you stay away from casinos, you make sure you don't go into restaurants that have slot machines and catch yourself in front of them. So in the same way, you stay away from online auctions, you stay away from actual auctions to protect yourself from potentially buying cars. You continue to look forward with the hands at 10 and 2 if you're going past a car dealership, trying not to look to the left or right, straight at the road. Things such as that. You can always go to a car show. I suggest if you're married, bring your wife. And at the moment you see that special car, you ask her that question. So honey, tell me about that couch that you loved again. As she bores you with the details of the pattern, it will, well, make you nauseated and make you no longer have a feeling of wanting to buy that exciting car, that two-seater, that noisemaker, that no-purpose car that, well, you need. Also, if you're not married and you're single, what do? Well, you take that friend who likes golfing, and just about when you see that car that, you get that tingly feeling about, you ask them about their best round of golf. By that time, they'll bore you almost in a coma, and at that time, he can pick you up, bring you back to your car, and you should be over it. So what's next? Well, the challenge is, many times, the people with the car owner's virus, they may have 5, 10, 20 or more cars, and quite honestly, they're successful. There are people who've done it, been there, gone through some hard times, treated themselves. Is there a cure to this? Well, if you go to a car show with car people, you're going to find out that they're pretty much fantastic, wonderful people. And if there's a cure, don't let me know about it. If you see me at a car show, make sure you say hello. Make sure you come on up and tell me about the kind of car that you like so we can share that together. If you've been on the channel, you'll see that it's about great people sharing their great stories on why they love their cars. And I encourage you to come and watch more of My Car Story with Lou. Well, you ask yourself, well, Lou, how can I help? Number one, watch the commercials on YouTube because, well, that's how you get paid. Number two is subscribe, hit the bell, the little bell icon, and that will get you every video I upload. And also, always go back and check out some of the other ones that you'll really enjoy. There's also, I'll show a little blurb, a Patreon account for those of you who are really fans of the channel. It's about $5 a month. And for creators like myself, it encourages us and keeps us going so that we can keep sharing things with you on the channel. And lastly, in this time where things are challenging for all of us, I'd like to just say that the channel is going to be family friendly. You can always depend on it as being fun. As you're seeing here today, we're having some fun. Check out Psalm 91. It'll give you some comfort in some of the difficult times. And I hope you come to the channel, and I hope you enjoy it. It's called My Car Story with Lou, and I hope to see you out at the car show soon.